we'll do about 60 tours a day. And we come in and volunteer, help Mike out 2 or 3 days a week. Now, I'm going to have fun if I'm going to do this.
Exactly.
So I'm having fun. This is the trivia card. And I don't care how good you are at an Andy Griffith show. I'm going to catch you on something. So just get ready. Now, I don't have a gun, so I can't use Barney's bullet. And the cuffs won't hold you. But if you miss a question, you get that, okay? That's in front of God and everybody, so just use your thinking cap. A couple things I do want to tell you that are not related to the Andy Griffith show at all is, y'all wouldn't remember these songs at all, but Mom and Dad would. The Happiest Girl in the Whole USA and Funny Face, written and performed by Donna Fargo. She was born and raised here in Mount Airy. Graduated from High Point University and went straight into to Nashville after that. Good country singer.
You don't know who my dad is, do you? My dad had a jukebox in my living room growing up. I know exactly who that is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. See, that's something I'd like to have.
I know who it is too. My dad didn't have a jukebox, but I still know who it is.
You knew who that was? Y'all are not old enough to know that.
We're in our 40s, so.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Like I said, I got underwear older than y'all. The second fact, and you probably know, so have y'all been to the museum yet?
No.
Nope.
That's a must do before you leave. Make sure you do that. That's you're gonna see some stuff there there's 1,000 pieces of memorabilia in there, and all of it was left from Andy's best friend to us. Andy's best friend growing up was Emmett Forrest, hence Emmett's Fix-It Shop. That's where it came from. He named it after his best friend. Andy was part owner of the show, so if he wanted something to be in the show, it was going to be in there. He never told anybody why he named what he did, what he named it. Andy was a private person. It's just Wally's. Wally's has been there since '36. That's where Andy's daddy carried him every Saturday morning. And they had a drink and a snack or whatever set out front. Solved all the problems of the world, I'm sure. You know how old men get and talking. Andy's a little fella. But this happened for years. And nothing has changed on the exterior of that building except the gas pumps. Everything else is original when Andy was a child. So there's a lot of history in that building. And that is the inspiration for Wally's on the show. Okay? Now, the other interesting fact about Mount Airy is that the original Siamese twins settled here in 1838. They were from Siam, which is now Thailand. Now they came here, never joined at the chest, never separated. And they came here because they were tired of traveling with P.T. Barnum all over the world. So they settled here because we have great farmland. Black dirt, good rich black dirt. So they came to Mount Airy and they bought 2,000 acres of prime farmland. And they married sisters. Now one of the boys had 10 kids, the other had 11. Now there was no modesty in that household. One of the descendants of the Siamese twins owns Mount Airy's Hampton Inn. Mount Airy's Hampton Inn owns Andy's home place. Now you can stay there. I think it runs about $170, $75 a night. It's a lot of fun. I've stayed once. It's a lot of fun. It kind of brings back times. It's decorated like it was in the 60s. Now, Andy was relatively poor growing up. During the Depression, nobody had much, and Andy had very little. No sisters, no brothers. But Andy didn't even have a house till he was 9 years old. Because Dad just couldn't afford it. They worked, they just couldn't afford it. So Andy and his mom and dad lived with his grandmother and grandfather until Andy was 9, and that's when he got his first home. All right, first trivia question. There's a goat that eats the dynamite on the show. You remember that?
Yes.
You remember the goat's name?
No.
You remember it, Jared?
I do not.
Jimmy. Andy slaps Barney on the back and says, Barney, we got to get Jimmy to the rock. He's going to blow. That's where we're going now, is the rock. The rock to all of us is our granite quarry. Mount Airy has the largest open finish it, the smoother you cut it, the whiter it gets. There is no color to it, and there is no marbling effect. But we ship all over the world.